Austin Mcbroom has a professional boxing record of 0 wins and 1 loss. Apparently the Bryce Hall fight was not a professional bout, but more on that later. Austin Mcbroom 4 years ago, decided to try his hand at boxing, and honestly, big respect to him. Anyone that steps in the ring gets my respect. But you could see through the facade, you could see through the fakeness that he wanted to be like Jake Paul. He was literally clout chasing like Jake Paul, and in his fight against Anderson Gibb, he explained this perfectly.
Yeah, the difference between me and Austin is that I live in amateur gyms. This is what I do. He's doing this as a business. He doesn't actually fall in love with the sport. He doesn't like the sport. This is just a brand deal. I'm in the gym. I'm sparring the amateurs. He don't do that. So I'm going to show him that Saturday. He's going to see the level difference between me and him.
Now, to his credit, he actually did take this extremely serious the second time around. Now, the first time around, when he fought Bryce Hall, who's basically now the Mike Perry of the influencers when it comes to bare knuckle boxing, he put on quite a good showing, and he was hoping to parlay that same success into his fight with Gibb.
Been working my ass off for the past 4 or 5 months. I've lost 20 pounds. I've dedicated myself so much. I've sacrificed so much, and it's finally happening.
Look, I'm all for promoting your own event, but they literally had their weigh-ins inside a fucking car dealership. This was not the success that they think this would be, but I'll get into that later. Let's get into fight day. For lack of better terms, Austin got absolutely dog walked in that ring on that Saturday night in September 2022. This was more satisfying than watching the Avengers assemble in Avengers Endgame. This was more satisfying than any ASMR video on the planet. Anderson Big Nose Gibb absolutely took it to Anderson Gibb, who was actually Jake Paul's first ever pro opponent. So he had a pretty tough opponent going into this fight. But nonetheless, Austin got exactly what he deserved, like what Joker told Murray in the Joker film, and it was absolutely amazing. I can't even overstate that.
Teach a man how to squabble.
You had people Usain Bolt into their keyboard to get their jabs in, no pun intended, on Austin Mcbroom. We had people saying Gibb hit him so hard that he started thinking about life. Another person said, finally Austin gets humbled, LMFAO, and there was many more comments just like that. And then it got worse when Austin decided to explain what truly happened.
What's up, everybody? Oh man, I never thought I would be here right now making this type of video. And I'm sure you all can probably tell I just woke up.
It took Buddy a whole day to wake up from that knockout.
Last night was so much fun. It really was. I can honestly say that I had the time of my life. I really did. Gibb, congratulations, my man. Well deserved. I'm so proud of you, bro. From the bottom of my heart, I'm proud of you, man. And I'm excited for what you got coming next. And maybe eventually I'll get back in the ring soon. You never know. But as of right now, I'm gonna get back to my family and get back to doing what makes me happy, doing what makes my family happy, doing what I know makes you guys happy, and that's the Ace family.
I know for a fact this was literally everybody on the entire planet after watching Austin get absolutely mollywopped in that ring.
Fight's over. Fight's over.
Also, whatever happened to his brother's boxing career, now that I think about it? He had that one fight, and then now he has this weird pregnancy fetish with his girl. I don't get it. And between the fight and that sleazy ass video he posted after, just when you think it couldn't get any worse, it does, because now everything started to come out about how he was literally scamming people from YouTube and from this event.
Going back to the Austin thing, I find interesting. Like, I remember at one point that dude, he had to been like printing money. I remember he had that house, like that giant house on the top of the, like, how do you go from that much money to having financial problems?
Because he got a loan on that house. So he himself there. The person that loaned him the money originally, it wasn't even supposed to be for them to live in. Like they were only supposed to be filming videos there. So then he used the money that he loaned and then combined these two houses to make like a even bigger house. Dude, the guy's like literally just a
yeah,
like,
I remember I did an event he did with Chris Brown. He did
The
like
basketball?
the basketball one.
yeah, robbed it. We like took all the money that he said he was going to donate to charity when that's public records.
It's weird. I don't get it. And he was printing money with YouTube for like a couple years, like
Yeah.
the most money on YouTube. Like how? But like, how do you blow all that? I don't get it.
1, taxes, 2, lawsuits.
Yeah.
Lawyers are very expensive.
Yeah.
That whole Social Gloves thing, he was being sued by like 7, 8 people.
Social Gloves 2, also known as YouTubers versus TikTokers, had approximately 136,000 pay-per-view buys, which fell short of revenue projections, while the initial financial projections anticipated 500,000 buys. The actual sales were significantly lower. This resulted in a commercial failure and a shortfall in expected income. And of course, Austin and Catherine had to defend themselves, and this is what Austin wrote on IG. 100,000 pay-per-view buys is cap. Only the haters want to believe that. If anything, these people who are scamming, which isn't Social Gloves, are basically saying all of us fighters' fan bases ain't shit. We all know Social Gloves put on the biggest social media event in history, as all of you watched. The real numbers will come out soon. Just know Social Gloves weren't the ones who collected pay-per-view numbers, last purchases. Don't forget how you watched it. Austin has so much money, you go from not paying the fighters to then lying about your own pay-per-view buys. That's absolutely low. But hey, I guess he fits the mold for being a sleazy, dark, shady boxing promoter type figure. Before people start any rumors, we are working tirelessly to verify the financial results of the Social Gloves event. We have hired a leading accounting firm as well as a first-class forensic auditor to make sure that all amounts are properly accounted for. Our sincere hope is to pay every fighter and every talent who participated in this spectacular event in a reasonable time frame. Please continue to send us your receipts as it assists us in verifying the total amounts earned. Oh, buddy. I mean, I don't even know why I'm clowning on Austin for lying. We should all know he's the biggest liar in the entire history of this planet Earth. But hey, it is what it is. He just really got what he deserved. It just makes his beating more warranted than it already was.
Not sure if any numbers or anything has came out, because I haven't really been on my phone like that, but if there are any numbers that arise or come out that people try to create a narrative on how the event did, all I could say is the only people that know the real numbers are Social Gloves, myself, and Stream Online. So please don't believe what, you know, the media or people try to portray and tell you guys, because it's not true. I'm sure it takes a little minute for the numbers to.
This dumb motherfucker couldn't even come up with the right words to even cover up his little scam, to even cover up the fact that he just did this for clout and he had no intention of paying anybody. He did it because it was the cool thing to do at that time, and his karma came back tenfold in him later in the year. Apparently, Gibb and Austin had a rematch about a year later, and it went exactly as the first fight. And financially and view-wise, it did even worse. Just when you think life couldn't get worse for Austin Mcbroom, you have his wife getting dicked down by somebody else, taking hallucination trips and all. And that's the satisfying downfall of his boxing career, if you want to call it that. But in all honesty, if this somehow, some way gets back to him, and if he gets mad at me, what are you going to do, dude? What are you going to do? Your wife wore the pants in the relationship. You were literally Catherine's wife. You're trying to be like, oh, Catherine didn't want me to box, so that's what was going to make this decision of walking away from boxing so hard. Yeah, shut up. Shut up. Oh, by the way, now that your wife's getting dicked down by somebody else, hey, get back in the boxing ring, my guy. What happened? You don't want to do it anymore? You want to do it anymore because it got hard for you, because you had everything in your life handed to you? Get out of here. Again, you're not going to do anything. And if you want to, just throw a bag my way.
I'm fucking coming for you!